Right, thank you, Billy. Meanwhile, the Springfield Utility Board's working to get power up and running for more residents. In a Facebook post, the board says crews are working, quote, as swiftly as possible to restore power to every neighborhood. Sub says originally about 11,000 households were without power after last week's storm. As of this afternoon, that's down to less than 2,000 households. According to the utility company, there hasn't been damage like this to the area since 2014, and restoration will take time.
Sometimes when you have that many people out of power, like 11,000 people, it's a piece of equipment that has worn out and you can flip a switch or replace it and people come up right away. This kind of damage is the grueling kind, where you have to go street by street by street and see what kind of damage there is before you can turn on the power.
For the latest progress updates, visit Sub's official Facebook page, which we have a link to on our website.
Meanwhile, 92% of eWeb customers have had their power restored. eWeb calling it a milestone achievement as crews work throughout the weekend to turn the lights back on. At the peak of the outage, 24,000 customers were without power. At last check, more than 1,700 are still in the dark. eWeb says the remaining power outages may take time to restore as crews face challenges accessing the electrical equipment. The utility hopes to complete the bulk of restorations by Thursday, but there are some customers in those harder hit areas that should expect to be without power for a little while longer.
Many people in our area have been without internet service for more than a week, including those who have had their power restored. Charter Spectrum customers have complained about a lack of response from the company. We reached out to Charter today, and their Northwest Regional Communications Director told us that in addition to the weather, a recent incident of vandalism made the problem worse. Danielle Dunn sent us this statement, quote, our fiber lines were cut as a result of vandalism yesterday. Power outages and the ongoing severe weather have also impacted service for some Spectrum customers in the areas outside of Eugene. Our crews have been working 24/7 to make the necessary repairs to restore our service as soon as possible. Dunn noted that the company quadrupled its resources in the area to address the outage, and she hopes to have good news about restoring internet soon.
And Lane County residents, listen up. If your home was damaged in the recent ice storm, the county is urging you to fill out the online damage assessment form. Now, the county says the information will help them in the long-term recovery needs of the community. Now, you are still encouraged to work with your insurance company as there are no government resources available for property or business damage. You can find that form on our website.
We would put a pile like that together in a week. That'd be a very busy week for us. We're building that pile every day.
Lane Forest Products saw its busiest Saturday on record when loads of downed branches and debris from the ice storm started arriving. The general manager says the company's grinding 400 tons of material daily. He says the recent storm's more devastating than what happened just a couple years ago.
That last one really concentrated in South Eugene, was really the epicenter of it, and it was a big event, but what happened to the east side of Springfield really is kind of dwarfing the entirety of the last ice storm.
Lane Forest Products charges $5 per cubic yard at their Springfield and Eugene locations.